It said everything happens for a reason, but maybe everything happens for a Reese's. Take noise-canceling headphones. Do they block hearing to heighten taste? That sound seems to show everything happens for a Reese's.
Usually the conversation around here is about football. Today, the topic is gas for one of the sponsors, specifically Mobile Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline. Let's start with the fact that Mobile Supreme Plus Premium is amazing. It keeps engines 3 times cleaner, so engines perform better for better gas mileage. Just ask motorsports legend Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney. She raced top fuel dragsters in the 70s, so she knows a thing or two about gasoline. She also knows a thing or two about the 70s, so if there are any questions about leisure suits, vinyl, or fondue, fire away. One might wonder why they call her Cha-Cha. Like, is it a family name or a marketing ploy? Or maybe she thought it sounded cool. It's very curious. Getting back to fuel, Shirley and the team highly recommend Mobile Supreme Plus Premium Gas because it keeps engines 3 times cleaner for better performance and gas mileage. By the way, Cha-Cha Muldowney, she drove a pink car. Mobile. Legendary. 3 times cleaner compared to Mobile regular gas and port fuel injected engines. Actual results may vary. Visit mobilefuels.com for details.
Triple shot half-calf oat milk 2 pumps extra foam. Your coffee order might be getting a little complicated. Your toothpaste doesn't have to be. Arm & Hammer Baking Soda toothpaste keeps it simple with a powerful ingredient that works hard for you. Baking soda. That's why it's the #1 dentist-recommended baking soda toothpaste. As you brush, the baking soda particles dissolve to help break down plaque and stains for a whiter smile, so your teeth can feel clean, look bright, and make brushing a no-brainer. Try Arm & Hammer toothpaste. Simple, powerful, clean.
I'm about to throw up too. Dude, it is so bad.
Get it off the screen. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Can we just fast forward to the end?
Get it off the screen.
Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. That's right. You can still get NFL Sunday Ticket for the rest of the NFL regular season for just $89. How about that? Offer ends December 2nd. Terms and embargoes applied.
Hey.
We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce, my big brother Jason Kelce out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Cincinnati Bearcat alums. How about that, huh?
Hey.
How about those Bearcats, man? Fuck, we got to fucking find a way to get a win, boys.
It's been a rough couple weeks.
Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Jason, let the people know what we have coming up.
We got a fantastic episode ready for you guys. We're going to start off on a somber note with the Chiefs' first loss of the season. Then we're going to get into a much more uplifting note with the Eagles taking down the commies. Who doesn't like to take down commies?
I think commies.
As well as the rest of the biggest storylines from across the NFL in Week 11. But before we get started, we're going to start with a little bit of that new news. And this new news is something that Wyatt is going to be happy to find out.
What?
New news is brought to you by Moana 2. That's right. Moana 2 is coming to theaters November 27th. I can't
It's exciting.
wait. Moana is fantastic. One of the things I really like about Moana is that it's like, I don't know, it feels like in a world where a lot of these stories just kind of get like remade, Moana was an original. I think the lead character is a powerful female that I really like. The music's great. The Rock kills it. Maui's a fantastic character. But there's also not like the bad guy ends up being the same as the good guy in the movie. I don't know what Moana 2 is about, but the first one was about really just like being good to the land and Mother Nature fighting back against, really monocultures of coconuts, I think. Anyways, Moana 2 coming November 27th. Can't wait to see what this one's about. And if Tafiti is back to needs the heart. What was it missing again? The heart? Something heart. God damn it. The heart of Tafiti.
Nice. Yeah. Be good to the land.
Anyways, Mama Kelce, new news. Mama Kelce acting debut.
Oh,
that's right.
Mama Donna.
Mama Kelce is going to make her acting debut next Saturday. That's right. Next Saturday, November 30th.
What?
In Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story on the Hallmark Channel. Got to admit, I have not seen a lot of Hallmark movies. I'm excited to watch this one.
Mama Kelce is, she owns a barbecue joint.
That's right. She's a manager of a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
Mom can cook a lot of things. I don't think she's ever made barbecue a day in her
She's never
life.
made barbecue for us.
No.
I mean,
like not even like barbecue sauce. I don't even remember that being like a thing that mom would do. That was dad's deal.
Dad was like, yeah, leave the barbecue to me. I'll make the sauce at home. I think it's good enough to sell. I think
Dude, he wanted to, you remember that? Dad wanted to sell his own barbecue sauce.
He did.
And mom was like, Ed, we can't mortgage our entire financial savings because you want to sell your barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce was really good, though.
It was fucking great.
I've had it again. It doesn't taste, I don't know if Dad didn't write down the recipe right. I feel like, sometimes when you're finagling stuff just off the fly, off the cuff, you nail it.
It's good.
I also we tried to recreate it. We tried to recreate it, and he gave me the list, and I expected it to be like a
big head. He's a Kelce. He's finagling everything.
He gave me this barbecue sauce recipe, and I was going to try and make it when it was like 4th of July or something like that. And I was expecting it to be like, oh, you got like
ingredients.
These spices, these herbs, like brown sugar.
Ketchup, brown sugar.
This thing is nothing but other sauces and other condiments combined to make one sauce. I'm like, dude, you can't. How many?
Scammed us all.
You just went to the.
He just had Sweet Baby Ray's mixed with fucking.
Dude, he just went to the.
Hey man, this shit's good as hell. No wonder.
He went to the fountain Coke machine at McDonald's and just mixed a bunch of them together. I got my own sauce.
I'm not gonna lie. Shit. That's how you got fucking vanilla Coke. That's how you got fucking, you know what I mean?
All I know is that it was good. And Dad was on to something. In another world,
he figured it out. He figured it out.
Big Ed's barbecue sauce could have been a thing, maybe.
Yeah. And the word around town was, Big Ed could fucking make some wings, man.
He could make wings. Everybody loved those wings.
Everybody. The original Kelce mix.
Yeah, check out November 27th, as we said. Mom's first acting debut is hitting the big screens. Well, TV screens. I think those go straight to TVs. I don't think that goes to the theater.
Yeah, I think they go straight to streaming.
But you can see Moana too in theaters.
All right now. Jason debuts Santa Drives in Astrovan. That's right.
Yeah, baby.
How did it feel being up on stage, big guy?
Well, my voice was gone. I lost my voice the previous week. So
we talked about this.
Yeah, I was really nervous.
You didn't do our remedy?
I tried. I think I had about, I probably had more honey than Winnie the Pooh throughout the whole
See,
evening
you went the honey
before.
route. You went the wrong route.
I did tea and honey. It was both.
See, you went tea. You can't. Jason, did you hear anything I said? You didn't fucking listen to anything I said. And you still had a raspy voice. You tried to go the fucking. You're so ridiculous.
Between this and then trying to film something else, I could not.
Can we turn the sound
week.
off for a second while Jason's shaking his little shaker, little banana shaker? Oh, yeah.
All
Look
right.
at you.
Everybody mute your computer now. Everybody
I
mute
love
it.
your facial expressions. Like,
I'm
here we
so
go.
nervous right now.
Sorry, I'm not sorry. That's good. Nice. Nice, man.
Things.
I love right before you get on the mic, you're like looking at everyone like, here it goes.
Here it goes. Sorry for ruining the song, everybody.
Yeah, we'll get through this though. We'll get through this together and enjoy the rest of this song.
Dude, I did a dude. Dude. I could not sing. It was so bad.
You just got to
the
go.
honey did not help. But
you should have fucking just chugged some Jack Daniels before you walked up there.
Everyone, I would encourage you to listen to the actual recording where I sound much better because my voice is not hoarse.
Yeah.
But no, it was an awesome experience. It was really cool to be a part of. Mountjoy is phenomenal. The fact that they lent their time and energy to this effort was fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. The Eagles fans made it special. There was enough energy already because it was the biggest game of the year for the Philadelphia Eagles. So it was just an awesome evening of music and football.
Does it feel weird? You've done this the past 3 years. Does it feel weird doing a lot for Christmas, not in December?
It does feel a little weird, but you kind of have to do the lead up to it. You have to stay ahead of it. But you know me, I've always loved Christmas. We've always loved Christmas. So, and listen, the previous 2 albums, we've raised over $4 million for
God damn
50 different charitable organizations because people have supported the album and bought it and appreciated it. So it makes it a lot easier to do when you know that it's going to make a huge impact in your community. So
Santa drives an Astro van, ladies and gentlemen, live at the Linc. The third and final record in the Philadelphia Special Christmas trilogy is out now. So make sure you guys go and check that out.
Yeah, please support. We've had a lot of support in the past, and we're trying to do it even bigger this year. We have aspirations to do a lot of amazing things for the community. And, the only reason we're able to do any of that is because people support the album, and it's turned into this wonderful Philadelphia thing that I think just is fun. We have a Operation Snowball we're trying to execute on this year. I haven't even told anybody about this yet. I don't even know if I'm allowed to share this, but our goal this year, Operation Snowball, is a citywide special initiative to try and get a gift to every kid in the Philly public schools. So we're partnering with the Philadelphia public school system, as well as some other organizations in the city and people in the private sector, to try and get gifts to every single school for the kids throughout Philadelphia, which is a lot of kids. And the only reason we're able to do that is because the city supports it. People buy the album, they listen to the album. But more importantly, and I really felt this from the moment I got to Philadelphia, it's really just such a city entrenched with pride and joy for itself.
Yeah.
The sense of community and family is so strong.
It is very strong.
And,
out there. Yep.
I don't know that it would be done anywhere else, but I think we're going to be able to pull it off with how much, the community is willing to support it. So we appreciate you guys. Really excited to, bring some joy around the holidays to everyone out there. And thanks for supporting.
Jason broke a world record.
Hey!
How about that? Last piece of new news here. Jason is now officially a world record holder. How about that, Jason? Guinness Book of World Records. You made it, kid. On Monday Night Countdown, Jason attempted to break 2 world records. The longest blindfolded catch of a football, which
did not go well.
Did not go well at all. Was this inspired by the sun at AT&T Stadium?
I don't know. So all of these
peeking
things,
through the glass.
I think it was just Dude Perfect kind of set up a lot of these games, and they were like, "Hey, you're not going to catch this ball, but it's going to look hilarious." So it's like, "All right, I'm game." So they actually pulled this off. They hold the world record, I think, for longest.
Oh, right in the fucking clavicle,
right in the jugular. Gosh,
we got to keep our hands up.
I felt like I was a lot closer than what it just looked like.
No, how long did they say it was? That looks like a good 30, 40 yards.
40 yards. That one was over 40 yards.
Bro.
And the longest hot dog was right around 60 yards. Do we have
somebody
that clip?
threw a hot dog 60 yards? There's no, from Dude Perfect, he can throw a hot dog 60 yards.
Dude, so he had a good little arm on him. And we got downwind. We had to switch sides so that the hot dog would make it down there.
Give this guy a fucking scholarship, man. Fuck.
Motherfucking scholarship.
Dude, this is goddamn good. The longest throw and catch of a hot dog into a bun. Nice.
Yes.
So he was just throwing naked wieners and you were catching them in the bun.
In my bun. Oh yeah. That's right.
Were they toasted?
In my buns. My buns.
I know you're a big toasted bun guy.
My buns were loose and lubricated and ready to receive that wiener.
Jesus.
Perfect catch. I
Where's
will say
Wondery
those
Plus
hot
content
dogs
when you need it?
Dude, those hot dogs at Jerry World are fucking ridiculous. They are the girth on those hot dogs. And then we did another one where we actually ate the hot dog.
Yeah, I saw
no
that.
filler. It was disgusting. It was cold. It was absolutely gross.
Now you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's every hot dog. You just finally came to realization.
This one just had a consistency to it that was like, hot dogs have like filler in it. Like it's not all meat.
The entire thing is filler.
But I think that one was
a filled up condom.
It was too high quality of a hot dog. I think I found out through that eating that hot dog that I like cheap hot dogs. If it's too nice of a hot dog, it's like it was a bad hot dog.
A gourmet glizzy.
I don't know what it was.
Gourmet glizzies.
It was thick, and like as soon as I bit into it, I was like, "What in the hell?"
Honestly, dude, a hot dog eating contest might be a nightmare. Like I think I've actually woken up in like a dead sweat out of sleep one time because I was in like a hot dog eating contest against my will.
You had a nightmare, a hot dog eating contest nightmare.
Dude, just the smell and just you're stuffing yourself until you have to vomit. I already have to vomit because of the texture. Oh, God.
Have you ever had a mayonnaise eating contest nightmare?
No, nobody would ever do that.
Dude, that's the real thing.
No, it's not.
Brandon, find a mayonnaise eating contest and put it on this fucking screen right now. I don't want to do that. I
just got fucking chills.
Mayonnaise eating contest.
I just got chills. I did have lunch, Jason. I don't want to do this.
Dude, I've seen it. Like people have eaten like 5 jars and shit. Like look at this.
All right, that's all I had to see. I just wanted to see if it was real.
I'm about to throw up too.
Dude, what the
that
fuck?
Is so gross.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm
screen.
Dude, it is so bad.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
Dude,
get it out
I don't
the
even
screen.
get queasy, and this is disgusting. It looks like I'm kind of like tricking myself into thinking she's eating
I'm
yogurt.
gonna close this.
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay,
here.
it's actually vanilla pudding. That's the only way I can be comfortable is
even
fooling
that,
myself.
The texture is disgusting. Oh my gosh.
That is so gross.
Oh, get it out of here.
I
Dude,
like that she
I
just
don't want
shook
to.
her head. Can we just fast forward to the end? How many does she get through?
It doesn't matter. That's just foul.
Gosh.
That's just
She's
foul.
going back?
This is like Fear Factor, man.
That's so
dude, I'm
much
sweating
mayonnaise.
now.
Gosh.
God,
why
damn
is this
it.
so like I watch hot dog eating contests all day and not get grossed out. This is like there's something just like so repulsive about this. Can I just point out that like
I'm in a dead sweat. Can you get it off the screen?
This is like nails on a chalkboard to me, dude. I can't look up and fucking.
All right,
Mina Kuna
I think
is
we're
fucking
done.
just
I think we
housing
need to move
fucking
on from
mayonnaise,
this.
dude. This is disgusting.
5 jars of mayonnaise in 3 minutes.
What the fuck was that? That was you just put me on a roller coaster, Brandon. I feel like I just fucking got tossed around the room, man. God
So, yeah.
damn it.
Maybe now you'll have a nightmare about that. Man, that's really gross.
That was so unsafe.
For everyone on audio that is not watching this on YouTube, I highly recommend you do not go and watch that. What was her name again? Michelle Lesko?
Michelle Lesko.
Do yourself a favor and do not watch that clip.
And that does it for new news, brought to you by Moana 2 in theaters November 27th. How about that?
Here it is. This corner kick could be a big one. There's the cross. He rises to meet it, and it's a car! Soccer's biggest tournament is here, and Enterprise is turning every corner kick goal into your chance to win a car. The moment a corner kick is called, post on X with hashtag #OnEveryCorner, hashtag sweepstakes, and tag Enterprise. If it's a corner kick goal, you could win. Winners may pick up their cars at an Enterprise or an Enterprise car sales location on a corner near them. With over 1,000 corner kicks expected, that's a lot of chances to win. For more details and an additional chance to win, visit oneverycorner.com. No purchase necessary for legal residents of the 50 U.S. states and D.C., Puerto Rico, Canada, Ireland, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Spain who are 21 and older. Sweepstakes ends July 19th, 2026. Void where prohibited. Prize awarded if a corner kick goal is scored. For entry details and official rules, visit oneverycorner.com.
With the Venture X business card from Capital One, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. Plus, big purchasing power means you can spend more and earn more. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
All righty, bold topics to wrap up Week 11 in the NFL. Chiefs recap. Let's get into it, Trav. Bills 30, Chiefs 21. Great game. It was a fun game to watch. Did not turn out the best for the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Bills played a great 4-quarter football game. Turnover early, got the ball at half, possessions, didn't have a lot of them. They were doing a good job of keeping our offense off the field, putting together drives. I mean,
Hard
keep having
to do against
Mahomes
Kansas City
off the football field, man.
Absolutely. And it
think
was
that's,
impressive. I mean,
yeah, they were converting third downs, something that I think we didn't do a great job of. They won their one-on-one matchups in a lot of different areas, and it wasn't just, you know, in terms of like the wide receiver DB one-on-one matchups. I think it was all over the board and back to the drawing board for sure. I think it was a nice, I don't want to call it a wake-up call, because we went into that game knowing that, you know, the Bills were one of the top teams in the football in the NFL. Sometimes you just need a different perspective on things. And watching this game back, you know, you kind of see a trend happening over the past like 3 to 4 weeks. And you just got to fine tune things, get back to the basics, get back to the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And really just get back to going to work throughout the week. And you know, I have all the confidence in the world we'll be better because of this game. But at the same time, you know, hats off to the Bills for showing up, man.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is not going to be the last game the Kansas City Chiefs and Bills played this season. And kudos to the Bills. They played great. Josh Allen played fantastic. Like we were saying, they sustained a lot of drives. And the Kansas City defense has been so good. And I don't like, the defense didn't play bad. It was more like the Bills just made plays at the right time. Josh played great. This was two really good teams going up against each other. And the biggest play of the game, you know, obviously Pat is so good down the stretch with the ball in his hands, and he did it the drive right before Buffalo scores their last touchdown. You guys drive down and bring the game within 2 points. And McDermott and the Bills have a decision on 4th down with 2 yards to either punt it or try and retain possession. And the last thing I think anybody thought was that Josh Allen was going to scramble and score a touchdown on the play. But
I mean,
I think that aggression is what you have to do.
If you give me A, B, or C, I'm saying Josh Allen's doing something with his feet.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's Josh Allen. I mean, they were on quarterback power. They were like, yeah, let's put it in Superman's hands.
Yeah,
you know,
no doubt. And he executed it to perfection. That's what they had to do. I think that they knew if they would have given that ball back to Pat, it's out of our hands. And they decided to be aggressive and take control of it, and it paid off. Man, look at how, and Karlaftis was so close. If he
George.
Either way, it was an awesome game. You could see the intensity out there from both teams, because obviously you guys have played a lot of meaningful football games against each other. Let's get some post-game thoughts. Mahomes, you can use it as fuel. That's a good football team, so it's nothing to hang your head about. We feel like we can play better, so we'll get back to work and try to use it as a spark to be a better football team in the end. The undefeated thing was cool, but that's not our ultimate goal. I love this, and I think that this is all you can do. You take losses, or you take things that you're not operating at the right level or where you want to be at, and you try and become better from it.
Yeah.
The Bills are a great football team. They are. They're one of the best football teams in the NFL this year, and they're going to be able to win any football game they're in, especially with the guy they got playing quarterback and the team they've assembled. And, you know, it's an experience that will ultimately make the Kansas City Chiefs better from moving forward. I really believe that.
Yeah.
Andy Reid on the undefeated talk, going away, potentially being a relief for his team. He said, I don't really care about all that crap, which, I mean, how much were you guys hearing of the undefeated stuff? Because it feels like there's this narrative out there that was potentially getting in your head. I find that hard to believe that you guys were even thinking about that.
You don't think about, oh, I really want to win this game so I can remain undefeated. No, we want to win this game because we have a lot of really close football games against the Buffalo Bills, and we love fucking competing against them because they're one of the best teams in the league. Like, I get fired up playing against the best.
Playoffs.
Yeah, I get fired up playing against the best teams in the National Football League, and I was fired up for this one, and I didn't play my best, and that shit fucking, like, it pisses me off, and it made me, you know, go right back into work on Monday after the game and get after it and find a way to make shit right.
Yeah.
I think this is something that you won't see out of us in the future. I think we're very confident that we'll get the things fixed. We have all the talent that we need to go and win another Super Bowl. I've been on Super Bowl winning teams. We have enough talent to fucking make a run at this thing, and I think everybody knows that. All we got to do is just be at our best. And that's what we were not for 4 quarters. I mean, there wasn't a single quarter where it was like, oh, yeah, we outplayed them. We got them on that one. No, they were out there. They had a little bit more idea of what we were doing, and they were fundamentally more sound in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
You know, I put that on myself. to be more fun, to harp on the fundamentals throughout practice, make sure I'm getting out there and I'm running around. I'm not just going through the plays, make sure I'm focused, make sure I get the timing down with the quarterback so that, we're on time for Pat, and Pat can be confident in throwing the football where it needs to go. A lot of this shit is just, it's very fixable. And I got all the faith in the world in this team. And I focus on the offensive side. But I got all the faith in the world in Spags and that defense to get it right as well.
Well, Andy had a similar message to rookies and newcomers, and really the whole team, I'm sure. You got to dig in. This should hurt. You spend a lot of time and effort preparing for these games as coaches and players. You have to figure out these problems and work to solve them. You can't just say everything's going to be okay. That's how this works. You have to check the ego at the door and do some self-eval, which I think he's clearly saying, similar to what you're saying, is, listen, we've been close to losing some games for the last couple of weeks. And now we finally have lost one. It's time to really focus on what we need to get better at.
I don't give a fuck how your body's feeling. I don't give a fuck where your mentality is off the field. When you step in that building, we are here to figure shit out. Yeah. And we are here to get better as football players for the football team. I think that is a mentality going forward that everybody has to be a part of. Top down. And I think myself included, I got to be the leader that I've been in the past, and hold myself accountable so that everybody sees how it's done. And knowing that we got a lot of new faces and a lot of rookies and whatnot, and sometimes you just need that smack in the face. It is what it is. Sometimes you need a smack in the face to be able to
get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, to lock in and know that this is it's a any given Sunday type league. And and not saying that team was just any other team, but I do believe we have better players, and we get another shot at that team. I definitely get excited about it.
Well, Leo Chanel shared that he and his teammates plan to use their first loss as motivation with the 3-word phrase, remember the feeling. Offensive bright spots. Mahomes got the ball to 11 different players. Guard Mike Caliendo caught a sprint out to convert a third down.
This one got me fired up, man.
Oh, yeah?
That one got me fired up, man. Caliendo's one of those guys. He's right now he's number 6 on the O-line. Yeah. So whenever we need a guy, we bring him in.
There you go. I love a little extra O-lineman in the game. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, heavy personnel.
A1 guy, one of the best teammates on the team, guy that just gets after whatever you need, coach. And we put him in a situation where he's just got to feel it out. He's got to feel the area out, and on top of that, be ready for the football at any moment, because Pat is. Yeah. And Pat trusted him. And he put it right on him for a big time third down.
Put it right on his chest. For those of you wondering what this is called, the side view. They call it in sprint out or boot naked action. You have somebody that secures the edge for a second, and then it's his job to just kind of be like a last minute, like kind of safety mechanism for the quarterback to dot him the ball if everybody overplays the naked action like they do. Do you feel like the Chiefs offense is making progress to where you want to be at in January? Of course. I know it wasn't
progress.
The game.
I don't know if progress is the right word. I think obviously there's good games, there's bad games, whether or not you come out victorious or you're winning your one-on-one matchups. How well did we execute the offense? A lot of people like to go into practices and say, did we have a good practice or a bad practice? No, we just fucking had practice.
Right.
We figured out either how not to do shit or we figured out how to do shit.
Right.
And I think right now we're still figuring out how to run this offense the best, or how to be at our best when the play's called. That every play can't be like the best play possible that the other team has no idea is coming.
Yeah, you're not going to out scheme them every single time, be wide open.
Sometimes you got to run the ball knowing they know the exact run. Sometimes you gotta make a play in the pass game when they have everybody covered and the ball's in the air. You have to be able to make shit right. Coach Reed does a great job, and the offensive staff and the defensive staff here in KC does a great job of putting us in positions to have success. But then it's our job to go out there and make that shit happen. And, that's where I put my pride in making sure that no matter what Big Red calls, we make that shit work.
Yeah.
And I think Pat he's got the ultimate trump card back there and being able to do that. He's done that throughout his entire career. And that's the goal. The goal is to keep trying to make everything that Coach Reed calls, whether it's something that they got to tick on or not, we got to make that shit happen. And I think that's the direction that we're going for sure.
And to what you just said, that's the thing that's made Pat so unique is, I think Andy is as good at dialing up plays as anybody in the NFL. He's going to get you guys in a lot of advantageous situations. But when it isn't the advantageous situation, that's when Pat really is special. He can then improvise and do things that a defense can't prepare for because it's going to be something that is unique to that situation. And that's the great equalizer. So,
yep.
That's the kind of ownership and pride you guys want to have. And knowing as players that at the end of the day, we're the ones out there playing and we got to make things go. So love that. Next week, the Chiefs are headed to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Obviously not the same matchup as the Bills, but it is the NFL and you will get humbled by any team, especially one coming off their bye. Panthers are coming off their bye and after beating the Giants in Germany, 2-game win streak. Wow. After I declared the season was over, I did indeed do that. I was mighty hard on the Panthers.
Quarterback's playing better. They got some guys back on the defensive side. D-line is a very good D-line. That's where all their horses are. A lot of their guys are up front. They got a very veteran type team. I feel like I've played a lot of these guys on different teams. Vikings, Broncos, kind of all over the league that have had this style of defense, and we're gonna have a fucking challenge. They've seen us at our worst these past couple of weeks. We just haven't been playing our best, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And I think that's going to motivate them to feel like they have a chance. It's up to us, man. It's a mentality game, man. We go in there and do what we know how at our best. I don't think there's a team in the league that can beat us.
Yeah.
Let's move along to the Eagles, baby. Eagles, a little Thursday night football action against the Commandos.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Eagles 26, Commanders 18. Washington had been they came out the gates hot, and they've had a bit of a up and down the past like 3 or 4 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, they've still been good. The Commanders are a good football team. They really are. They're well coached. Dan Quinn is a phenomenal head coach, and we're seeing how different that Dallas Cowboys defense looks with him not at the helm. I just think he's very good at utilizing guys within his system, scheming things up. There were a number of things he did in this game that stalled the run game out. The run yardage might look good because it ended good at the end of the game, but there were a lot of negative runs and things that they did that I think kind of threw the Philadelphia Eagles off, especially early in the game. And eventually we saw kind of what I think is probably the Commanders' weakness this year, which is the trenches on both sides. I just think that they are a very good team. The quarterback, Jaden Daniels, has played out of his mind for the majority of the season, especially as a rookie. I just think they're going to struggle against teams with good offensive lines and good defensive lines. I just think that they have good players. Their offensive line is filled with a lot of journeymen that have played football in the league for a long time, and they are good players. But on both sides, they're missing just like a couple of those dudes that like you can lean on to like, hey, this guy's going to create movement. We know where to go behind this one. They're just missing a little bit of that. And I think that in teams that are going to be able to win that physicality with them, they're going to be able to put pressure on Jaden Daniels and take him off his rhythm and timing, shut down their run game. Because their run game, a lot of people have been talking about Jaden as a thrower. Brian Robinson and this rushing attack between him, McNichols, and Eckler, all three of those guys, they've been running the ball like crazy. I just think that the Eagles defense has been really clicking as of late.
Well, the Eagles are now first place in the NFC East behind only the Lions. Is Nick Sirianni not getting enough love from Philly?
You know what? I was listening to WIP this morning. I think the Eagles
The fuck is WIP?
WIP is the local, like, big sports talk show station in Philadelphia.
So they're the ones that have been shitting on them.
Well, they control a lot of the narrative, but I will say they usually are. I think WIP is pretty much, for the most part, I don't want to say for the most part, WIP is oftentimes just a reflection of what the fan base truly thinks about the team.
Yeah, that's how you keep the fans involved.
Sometimes they are wrong.
That's how you keep them listening.
Sometimes they are wrong.
See, that's what I mean. I told you, Sirianni is done.
They're also it tends to be the loudest fans, which, you know, hey, listen, I go on WIP. I like listening to WIP for these exact reasons. I like hearing those perspectives. But I think Nick was facing a lot of criticism for the end of last year and early on this year. He made a lot of fourth down calls that just haven't gone their way, and he's faced a lot of criticism for that. a lot of fans have been saying, what does he do? He's not calling plays anymore. What is he doing as a head coach?
It's so unfair.
It is. It's very unfair.
It's so fucked.
And Nick is really, that narrative is starting to flip. Obviously, when you win games, that's all people care about. And at the end of the day, what I think Nick does a really good job of doing, he's a great communicator. He does a wonderful job in team meetings and communicating who we are as a team, what we need to do, how we're going to attack them, what we're going to be on offense and defense, making critical decisions in the games, which some of them haven't gone his way this year, but I still don't disagree with most of those decisions. And at the end of the day, I think Nick has done a great job, especially retooling from a disastrous end of last year. I mean, we lost a lot of games down the stretch, and they bring in Vic Fangio, they bring in Kellen Moore, and you can just see that there's so much more well-coordinated and well-oiled machine this year, as well as retooling from a talent perspective. They go out and sign Saquon Barkley. A lot of the young guys that they drafted have really started to come on, especially in the defensive side of the ball. Jalen Carter's playing as good as anybody is right now. And Nick is definitely starting to get back in the good graces of Philly fans, even though it was a rough start. I think there was a poll today that, most people are like, oh yeah, he's got a better winning percentage than like all these coaches through the first 3 seasons. That can't just all be luck. Like, he's got to be doing something good.
Well, you give him the best players in the league.
Who do you want him to win with?
Who
do you want him to win with? People don't win with bad players. I don't care how good of a coach you are. That's not how it works. But there are people that will lose with good players. One of my favorite quotes, or one of my favorite sayings, and I'm trying to remember who Kobe said, but you remember when The Last Dance came out from the Chicago Bulls?
Yeah.
And my whole life, I kind of thought Phil Jackson was a little bit overrated, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm like, dude, he coached Michael Jordan, and then he had Kobe Bryant and Shaq. Like, he had Scottie Pippen. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this guy didn't do anything redeeming. Then I watched Last Dance. I was like, oh no. This guy helped that whole fucking thing together. Like,
yeah.
Like
he's just putting out fires.
Like Jordan and Pippen hating each other towards the end of it. Like,
hey,
I'm
everybody,
like, this dude was
get in this circle.
So important.
We're gonna do some mindful.
Yeah, the Zen Master. So I think
I would have been so out on that, dude. Oh my god.
So Kobe came and talked.
He would have sounded been like, Phil, what the fuck are we doing,
dude? Kobe came and talked to the team one year, and he talked about this narrative that Phil Jackson isn't a good coach because he's always had good players. And Kobe's like, well, who do you want him to win with? You wanted to win with? And he named like somebody, and I can't remember who. I don't want to throw shade at whoever basketball player he did name, but he was like, that's not how it works. You have to have good players to win, right? But at the end of the day, he won. And there's a lot of coaches that didn't. So I think, Nick is put together for the most part of his
triangle offense,
career.
Jason. Everything's geometry. You got to understand, you got to spread the floor out, give 2 guys freedom. Everything outside of that, we just need cutters, guys in the right place at the right time, knocking down open shots.
Well, Nick Sirianni's offense
Get in the paint and elevate, son. What are we doing?
Well,
it's the easiest shot in basketball. Get as close as you can.
I think
Michael, show him how it's done.
God damn it.
All right, boys, we're going to implement the triangle offense.
Yeah, that's a long-winded way of saying that, like, at the end of the day, Nick Sirianni's been on some really good teams in Philadelphia. Yes, they've had really good players. Howie Roseman and the personnel department have done a great job, as well as the coaches, of building a roster that is going to be, synonymous with the team and way they want to play football. And I think that right now they're really starting to come together. They found out their identity on offense. Saquon Barkley is a big piece of that.
Speaking of Saquon, he rushed for 146 yards and 2 tutties against Washington. Man, this guy is fucking balling, man. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, man. We had him on the podcast in the offseason, and I think we both realized it right then and there that we were like, damn, Philly just got a fucking he just stole from the entire NFL, man.
Yeah.
And you could tell how just down to earth he was and how much of a teammate he was. He had been dealt with some injuries over there in New York, but it's just awesome to see him get this thing going. Game sealing 39-yard touchdown late in the game. Shout out to Cam Jurgens on blocking the safety.
Oh yeah,
twice on this play,
dude. He blocked him twice on this play, and he got him the play right before this. They ran this play 2 times in a row. This is the second version of it. They ran this play, I think, 3 times in the game that I saw. Yeah, he obliterated.
You just see the offense, just everybody's creating grass. Half of their team is outside the numbers.
Yeah.
And when you get a defense trying to play their gaps so far that they're like damn near on the sideline, it just creates so much room for a guy with speed and vision to be able to work with, man.
They're playing this like 4-minute defense. They got the dime in front there, and the safeties down, weak side. And Cam does a great job of getting up to him. His hands are so strong. He has that great like 3-inch punch that is just so violent when he connects. He launches guys in space.
God damn.
So they ran that play. The play right before, they ran that exact same play to the left. And Cam, if Landon would have held onto that block, they probably would have scored on that play because he did the exact same thing to the guy. Just launched him. Yeah, check this out. Bow.
Jesus.
So strong. And he knew it too. He did a little head bob right there. Oh my gosh.
Big jerky.
Beef jerky.
Jerky jerkins.
Huh.
Jesus, kid.
Man, right
get up. Make a play. Fuck, I'm back on the ground. Man, that's tough.
Saquon had a couple big ones at the end of the game. He had that one, and then the play right before that he scored the touchdown on. Not right before that, but the drive before that when he scored the touchdown on. They had been, when teams play a shell, like let's say we're 2x2. I don't know if this is worth getting into, but you run a zone play weak side, and that nickel plays the B gap late to the weak side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
We call it a nosy nickel. They were doing that a bunch, and that ball was getting so close. Like Saquon had like 2 or 3 that could have been huge hits right through that B gap.
Yeah.
For Devontae the first time, if he just would have dug the nickel out just a little bit harder, that would have been explosive. Then there was another one where it just kind of got in the way enough, right? Where it ruined the run. Right before it, he scores a touchdown on it. I think they got confused. I don't know if Bobby didn't know that they were rotating down to the tight end, but they didn't have anybody in that B gap, and it was a
out the gate
25-yard touchdown, whatever it was. But anyways, they really should have done better on the ground. I thought Dan did a really good job of scheming some things up, but I came away from the game. I mean, this was really positive. Saquon is so good, man. The speed and jumping over people, that's a lot of the stuff that people notice watching him. What I notice is he's got such good vision. He makes so many plays and makes reads that I've never seen or played with a guy make. I mean, you could argue LaShawn was as good at it. LaShawn was maybe the shiftiest guy I've ever seen play football, but Saquon does so many things. He's patient when he needs to be. He gets through the hole with explosion when he needs to. He hits it front side or back side. He's running duo. He can get it to that backside, which is so hard to see. He just does a phenomenal job of creating runs. And combined with this offensive line and the quarterback they have and the threat he is, good luck. So anyways.
Well, Saquon's rushed for 1,000 yards, 1,137 yards and 8 touchdowns so far this season. Just 175 yards behind his season best with 6 games left?
Yeah, I don't want to jinx anything, but yeah, he's looking pretty good about midway through the season here.
The last running back to win MVP of the National Football League was Adrian Peterson back in 2012. That was the last non-quarterback to win it as well.
How about that?
Should we stop calling it the MVP and just give it to the best quarterback, like the most valuable quarterback?
Just announce that the best quarterback is the MVP?
Yeah, the most valuable quarterback, and then because then the offensive player of the year, that's the one that kind of gets shuffled around to like running backs and wideouts, and I don't even think a wideouts won it. But yeah, I don't know. I just think I think there needs to be some other metric for outside of quarterbacks.
Well, it's hard because
there's so much being put on the quarterback.
Yeah, the reality is
got the ball in his hands the most of the time. So I get it, but
yeah, the reality is the majority of the quarterback is the most valuable position on offense. So it makes sense that they're the ones winning this award the vast majority of the time. Every once in a while, there is a running back like Adrian Peterson in 2012, where it's so obvious that the only reason this offense is successful, or the main reason this offense is dominant the way they are, is because of how good that player is. There can absolutely be a case made for Saquon Barkley this year in the way he's playing and how he has elevated the offense and what the offense has turned into. Because the team we've always been a running team a little bit with Jalen, and kind of the attributes that he brings opens a lot of the run game up. But they have really turned into this run and play action team, first and second down, and they're embracing it. And Saquon, he's just he has made the offense and the team so much better as a player and as a person. I think it's a very good argument that he is the most valuable component to a team this season. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. I think there's a lot of people saying, like, because of the tush push, he's missing out on a lot of touchdowns. Anybody that's taken touchdowns away from Saquon Barkley, like, that's making him less valuable, I think. Shouldn't even be allowed to, choose who an MVP is. Like, the dude is being dominant. I don't think that that's a metric that should gauge that.
Well, talking about those touchdowns, Saquon has landed on the 1 yard line 9 times this year. That is it. And he has 8 touchdowns. So you add those 9 to it, he'd be sitting at 17 right now, halfway through the season, and that would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not 100%, but let's say out of those 9, he probably ends up with at least 7 touchdowns. I think that's probably a good percentage off of those.
From the 1 yard line, I like Saquon giving the ball. I think that's about a 80% chance. Yeah.
I think that's fair to say, and that's a lot of touchdowns.
It's crazy. I wonder how many times I've been stuffed at the 1 yard line.
Dude, it's hard to get in there. It's tight spaces. Like Stout said, it's like cramming salt up a fat lady's ass down there in that 1 yard line.
Man,
not a lot
shit's
of windows.
watertight down there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like crab rear end.
What's the other one? The
watertight.
Duck's bottom? You ever heard that one?
Huh.
There's something with a duck in a bottom. Anyways, yeah, next week the Eagles head to Los Angeles to take on the Rams.
Nice.
Unrelated question, who's going to win the NFC West? Great question.
I mean, it's a race over there with the Niners and the Seahawks and Rams.
This. I think it might be the Cardinals.
Cardinals are going to find their way out of there? I
mean,
they already got a game up on everybody, right? They're leading.
They're leading. I want to see Kyler continue to play the way he is. Like, at the end of the day, you just have to see it proven. You know what I mean? And the 49ers have proven it more over the past few seasons. Matthew Stafford has proven it in the past, and Sean McVay, as well as, the Seahawks and Geno. Both of those teams have proven it, have a track record. They've won Super Bowls. They've been in Super Bowls.
Cardinals are hot right now.
But the Cardinals are hot. Jonathan Gannon has them playing really well.
How about
they have a great running game, and Kyler Murray's playing really well right now. So
yeah, he is.
It'll be interesting to see. But if they keep playing like this, I think it's the Cardinals.
Yeah, there you go. The Eagles right behind the Lions over there in the NFC.
Who would have thought?
As you know, 92%ers, Jason and I are big Whopper fans. So let's talk about this $1 million Whopper contest and these new fan-created Whoppers. All brought to you by Burger King. All right, let's go through these. There's the fried pickle ranch created by Fabian.
Crunchy fried pickles. Gotta love those pickles.
And then we also have the maple bourbon barbecue created by Calvin.
That's right. Sweet and tangy barbecue sauce and bacon. Oh, did the mic just pick up my stomach growling?
And last, there's the Mexican street corn Whopper created by Kelce.
Crunchy tortilla chips with roasted corn spread and spicy queso. And it was created by a Kelce.
And these Whoppers are only around for a limited time. So America, go try them.
The original Whopper is getting some serious competition with these new creations, and you can crown your favorite at bk.com/MDW.
At BK, have it your way. You rule.
The rest of week 11 in the NFL coming at you fast, and it is brought to you by Burger King.
Oh, the king of
That's
burgers.
right. We're going to get to the Whopper recap right now. Wildest news out of week 11. For the first time ever, the Detroit Lions are the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Congratulations.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. Not to take away from anything the Lions are fucking doing right now, because goddamn, they look unstoppable.
They do. They look very good. And we talked about, like, can a running back ever win the MVP? The league has shifted back to, this line of scrimmage, run and play action. Like the last few years, it's gone to this, the last decade, it's been really pass heavy, spread it out, dial it up with a
when
premier
you got
quarterback.
Dan Campbell getting his guys to bite kneecaps, man.
Holy cow. They are just
run through your fucking face, man.
Of the line of scrimmage.
Dude, their 1-2 punch in the backfield, that might be it's
impressive.
Two of the best we've seen in the National Football League, dude.
And they're kind of different. Like, I love the way David Montgomery's just a great every down back.
Yeah.
Or a great first, second down, like just run right at you. Gibbs, I really like watching him play. He's shifty. He's dynamic. He can do a lot of things really, really well. I think both of them combined are really just a very fun time. I didn't know this. They are nicknamed Sonic and Knuckles. So Sonic is definitely Montgomery.
What?
Gibbs kind of reminds me of like Knuckles. I could see that.
I think you got it twisted. God, Sonic is the fastest of the bunch.
Yeah, but like Sonic doesn't, when I think of Knuckles, I think more of shiftiness from what I remember from those games. Like Knuckles? Sonic was just like a freaking roadrunner, or it was like a bowling ball, which I think of more like he would bowl up and go like there. I kind of think of that more in like David Montgomery Lane, but whatever.
I hear you.
Clearly, I don't know the nickname well.
They both could do it both. All right. It is what it is. Yeah. Either one of them could be whoever they want to be because they got the full package.
That's about as dynamic of a duo we've seen. We saw what they did to the Jaguars, and we'll get into that in a second. But first, we want to start out with a game that might have been my favorite game from this past week, especially from Sunday. Steelers beat the Ravens. There's something about Steelers and Ravens game. It's always tight.
Come on, man.
It's always physical, like that AFC North style of play that we grew up watching in Cleveland.
AFC North, man.
And it did not disappoint. My goodness. When you're playing, especially when you're older, and the chippiness happens on the field, I feel like a lot of times you're like, dude, will you stop with the nonsense? Like, what are you doing being ridiculous? You know what I mean? Like, can we just play football? Why you got to get into all this other stuff?
I haven't felt that yet.
That's the way I was. Now I find myself like, dude, I love it. I love when people are like getting in each other's faces and talking trash. Like Broderick Jones going at it with Humphrey. They got to get warned because they're about to get kicked out of the game because they're jawing at each other and hitting each other after the whistle. That's the kind of football that gets you excited. And that's what that's the energy this game had. And that's the energy your guys' game had. You guys are a lot of back and forth. Deion Dawkins was all over the place. That's when you know the meaningful games are happening. And it was fun to see that kind of football being played. And the Steelers and Ravens, it was an old-fashioned bar brawl. It was two teams that knew how important the game was. They were going at it. And ultimately, the Steelers won the game without scoring a single touchdown.
6 field goals, baby.
Boswell, 6 field goals, leading them to victory. I will say, Steelers won the game. Their defense looked outstanding, and they clearly know how to kind of get under Lamar's skin. They kind of have always played them well. And part of it's their defensive line is just so good, and they kind of shut down some of the run actions and things that Baltimore likes to do. You know, TJ Watt is a dynamic player. Cam Hayward is a dynamic player. The Ravens had their opportunities, and I still came away from the game thinking that the Ravens are probably the better team. They just had, they had a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes, and things kind of kept the Steelers in the game for long enough to secure a victory. Shout out to the Steelers. It's a big win for them. They're playing a lot better.
8-2 or 9-2 as well, I think.
Yeah, they're right there. Potential coaching changes. At this point in the season, there's a lot of speculation, obviously, on what is in the future because at this point in the season, there's some teams that are clearly not going to be competing for a Super Bowl, and some fan bases want to know what is in store for next year. They've already given up, Trav.
I just don't believe in doing that, man.
What do you mean? Firing a coach midway through the season?
Midway through the season. I understand things can probably get hostile in the building between the front office and a head coach, and I understand that could be a part of it, but if you don't know the direction you're going in the future, to just fucking can a guy and make everyone's life that much harder, to change the scenery that much, I don't see the benefits of it.
I think for me,
I've also never been a part of a team where was.
Listen, you've Andy Reid, pretty good. You guys have had the coaching thing figured out. First of all, I agree. I think most of the time it does not make. I don't like firing a head coach midway through the season. I'll say the one time that I think it probably does make sense in some regards is if there's tension in the building as a result of things not going well, and the head coach is not a part of fixing that. He's a part of like making that an issue and exacerbating problems and
exacerbating. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
There's how do you know when the right time is to move on from a head coach? I think a lot of that comes down to when there's just like a difference of where you want the team to go from the ownership and personnel and there's a disconnect on, where we want to go next. And what we're doing right now isn't working. And it's time for, in the best interest of everybody involved, to move on.
Yeah.
And most of the time, the right time to make that decision is after the season. But there are some times where it's like, all right, listen, this is like not a conducive environment that we want to have. We want to have everyone more on the same page. So let's get rid of the head coach. And it also kind of establishes to all the players that are still there, like, oh God, they just fired the coach. We got to, we're next if we don't prove kind of, who we are and what we mean to this team.
Yeah.
In general, usually not a fan of that. But that's kind of when it's time to move on, when it's just like, man, this coach has had his opportunities in his time and it just hasn't gone that way. Or in a worse way, it's like, man, everybody's finger pointing upstairs. That's when it's bad. When people are finger pointing upstairs, all the coaches in front office doors are closed instead of open. It's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Another blowout loss. So I guess these are who we're talking about. My man, Doug Peterson in Jacksonville, lost 52-6 to the Lions. Another blowout loss. I mean, listen, it has not gone well for the Jags this year. And I think there's a number of reasons for that. Listen, I played for Doug. I know the type of coach he is. I know how much he cares about his players and the value he brings in that position.
Oh, yeah.
I will never not be willing to play and suit up for Doug Peterson.
I'm right there with you, brother.
Because of the type of guy he is and in the way he coaches the game. So it hurts me that they're struggling down there in Jacksonville. And, ultimately the head coach bears the brunt of all this stuff. That's part of that position. But it's hard for me to go there with Doug because I know what a fantastic, phenomenal coach he is. Another one that people are talking about is, the situational failure with the Bears and Packers. Bears are now 5-17 in one-score games under Eberflus since 2022. Man, that's rough.
There was another stat out there that really is just like luck just hasn't been on his side late in the games, man.
I will say that stat that he's been in that many close games, and like I just think that Eberflus is a defense.
I think there was another stat saying that he's had the most like 90% chances to win and
bad errors.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
I forget what it was, man. And I had the fortune of meeting Coach Eberflus over the offseason.
He's a great
actually
dude.
at the Kentucky Derby, man. I met him at the Derby. Great fucking guy. You could tell the guy just fucking loves ball, man. We were hanging out, talking ball just about the entire time we were around each other, man.
Dude, he used to be the linebackers coach in Dallas, and he would coach Sean Lee and a bunch of those guys and give me fits. He's a fantastic coach. And defense has not been the issue for the most part in Chicago. They've played defense pretty well. They've really struggled offensively. And again, ultimately, the head coach is kind of the one that bears everything. The fact that they're in that many one-score games, though, tells me that the defense has been playing well. They've had opportunities. They just haven't been able to execute. Obviously, there's the one glaring one that they kind of messed up on with the Hail Mary and even the play before the Hail Mary against Washington earlier this year. The blocked field goal, I don't know how you put that on Eberflus, but I guess you put everything on it.
Fucking paw in the air, man. You can't just fucking,
right?
Like, it's not even like they got penetration.
How did Eberflus not tell them to not let them put their hands up?
Keep the hands down on field goal. Yeah. He's been hit with a bunch of things that just, I feel like, have been out of his control, but there's so much to go into all of a football game, all four quarters of a football game. And like you said, man, the head coach he's going to take the wrath. Yeah, he's going to take the beating if something's going on.
Yeah. So I don't know. The one thing with Eberflus, it's, and listen, I think he's a fantastic defensive coach. They just invested a lot of money into Caleb Williams. So they need to figure out something that's going to make that kid thrive. And maybe that's, if it's not the offensive coordinator, you got to hire a guy and steal him from an organization that is a proven offensive mind, in my opinion. I think you have to figure that out just from like a resource allocation, right? They need and want Caleb Williams to pan out. They're going to have to figure out a way to make that happen because they got players over there. Like there's weapons over there, and DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. They got horses over there. You know what I mean? So their offensive line has struggled a little bit, but even that, I think they kind of got some decent offensive linemen, just haven't really executed as well.
Big question mark in the NFL for head coaches is a very shocking one for me because I've had a lot of trouble going, or at least had a lot of bumps in the road going up against his team, and that's Zach Taylor at Cincinnati.
Yeah, when you start seeing quotes, it's not a good sign, right? Jamar Chase said, "How do I do it? I don't know. Ask Zach. Ask the coaches. Don't ask me. That's not my job." What was the question?
Was asked how can the team finish better? That was the question was, how does the team finish better?
How do I do it? I don't know. Ask Zach, ask coaches. Don't ask me. That's not my job. I don't think he's throwing shade at Zach in this.
Yeah, I think
I play
just
football
he's
on the
pissed
field.
off
I don't call plays for us, so I can't really do nothing. I think he's just basically saying that's like, yeah, I mean, maybe he's throwing shade. Let me think about this more. How the team could finish better. I mean, just deflecting blame.
Yeah.
And putting it on Zach. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. This wasn't as bad as I thought before seeing it. I think this is probably a guy that's just frustrated, feels like, they
doesn't have the answers right then and there. Obviously he's playing his fucking ass off. He's about to be the Triple Crown winner if he stays on this pace. And
freaking beast.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, he's doing everything he can to win. And I think the question itself was asking him, hey, do you have the answers? He's like, no. I mean,
exactly.
You pay the
that's
coaches
how I'm reading it.
to figure it out. Yeah.
That's above my pay grade kind of type answer.
Yeah. Especially right the fuck now after I just had another heartbreaking loss. Like, what do you like?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you even asking me right now? I think it was one of those defer to the head guy and let the head guy answer those questions, because right now I don't want to fucking even think about it.
Asked if he believes plays are part of why Cincinnati isn't finishing. He said, I don't know. He's just being honest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he spoke his mind in the past, and I think people are just looking for those kind of quotes from him. But I don't think this one, I don't think you dive too deep into this one. Or maybe you do.
I think they're going to, especially in Cincinnati, because the Bengals are much worse than they expected them to be. Everyone expected this team with Burrow coming back and being healthy to be a Super Bowl contender. And as of right now, it looks like they're not going to make the playoffs. So Zach Taylor is going to face a ton of criticism. And again, that's the nature of it.
Yep.
He's been there for 6 years. This is where it starts to, but the Bengals are unique. The Bengals don't, family run business. They hold on to coaches.
I would say that Coach Taylor is not going anywhere.
The one thing that probably does make sense, Dallas. I mean, so bad last night against Houston. It just doesn't feel like anything is headed in the right direction.
It doesn't really look like that's a motivated football team. I don't know.
It looks like it's a bad situation.
It looks like everybody's collecting checks over there. And you can tell a team when it's fighting. And it doesn't look like too many guys are out there fighting.
No. And like, you want to talk about quotes. There's a lot of quotes, stuff on the sideline. Like, I mean, they fought in the first half yesterday.
Yeah.
They try to fake punt.
Ask D's nuts. Talk about D's nuts.
Okay.
All time. I love it, man.
Best.
I'm too much of a child, man.
The best.
I'll defer to that. Shout out to Diggs, man. I know that shit. I mean, it sucks losing. And when you don't have your best players out there, Dak's not playing. It's tough, man. It's tough. CeeDee Lamb's out there trying to make shit shake as much as he possibly can. And same with the run game. It's tough, man.
What sucks for Mike is that it feels like a lot of what is going on in Dallas. And listen, Dak hasn't played as well as everybody expected this year. It feels like a lot of it's personnel driven. Like, they had opportunities to sign guys this offseason. They chose not to. They trusted the guys they had in the building. And a lot of those young guys and people that they trusted just have not played at a high level. And I don't know that you can blame Mike McCarthy for that. Maybe you can. I don't know who's making those decisions. Brandon saying, yes, you do. Our resident Dallas fan, intern Brandon. I think it's more Jerry's fault. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, Jerry's the one who's making all of these decisions.
He's the one who created this fucking stadium so that the sun would peek through. He's the one that doesn't want to do maintenance on the ceiling.
If we want to get rid of Mike McCarthy, go for it. I do think they just paid Dak all this money, similar to Caleb Williams. Like, they got to find a way to get him going for it to make sense.
I'm sorry. Like, they've
invested a lot of money.
Yeah.
I know that Caleb isn't getting, when that investment has been made in the quarterback, you have to figure out a way for that investment to make sense. And
the Giants are in the same boat right now.
Well, no, they're getting their cards have already shown they're moving on from Daniel Jones.
What? Is this news? Did he just get benched or something?
He got benched. They're going to Tommy Cutlets, baby.
What? Shut the.
You didn't. I swear to God, Tommy
Cutlets is back in it.
You didn't hear this?
No, man.
Yeah, baby. Not only did they bench Daniel Jones, they didn't even go to Drew Lock. They went straight to Tommy Cutlets.
Listen,
I'm like, what is going on? They just want those shirts. They want everybody in the stadium like, hey, we know we're not very good. We're just going to be a caricature of a Italian dude from New York now. But no, I mean, this is clearly the Daniel Jones experiment is over. They're benching him so that he doesn't get hurt and they don't owe him a bunch of money. There's going to be a bunch of changes in New York after this season. But yeah, back to Dak in Dallas. We aren't talking about that one. How's that one not on the coaching? I mean, is Daboll, you think Daboll's safe? He was the coach of the year 2 years ago. I don't really know what to say about all this coaching stuff because it's hard to know what the right moves are unless you're in these buildings. Ultimately, coaches are responsible for the product, for the outcomes. Beyonce halftime is coming to you live on Christmas Day.
I'm gonna fucking miss it. Damn it.
Yeah, baby. I can't wait to watch this one. Announced this week, Beyonce will be performing at halftime of the Texans-Ravens game on Netflix. Yeah, how much does the NFL hate the NBA Christmas games? What did Adam Silver do to deserve this? Listen, NBA does not have,
Christmas, right?
Yeah, they don't have, they're not the king of Christmas.
No. Especially when the NFL's in town, baby.
Hey-o.
Come on now. We get some big time matchups. Texans, Ravens, Chiefs, Steelers.
How about that?
Who would have thought? I mean,
these NFL people got to figure it out.
Come on now.
They're pretty good. Pretty good.
Hopefully Netflix can figure it out as well. Because last time.
Dude, hopefully they get the streaming stuff right.
God damn it. My shit got froze literally on Mike Tyson's cheeks. Dude, that was it felt like a parody going into it.
Yeah.
Just from like Mike slapping him in the weigh-ins of course, the pre-fight stuff.
Yeah, all that's like
and then just
part of the bit.
Dude, when he did the interview, and then because I'm pretty sure he did the interview with his son, that was his son that interviewed him. He kisses him on the cheek, which I've never seen that in an interview ever in my life. The guy is done with the interview right before his fight, goes and kisses another man on the cheek, says, "I love you," and then walks off, and the camera pans and slightly goes down so he can catch this guy in nothing but a jock.
Dude, I'm not going to lie.
I immediately sent that to fucking everyone. That was the funniest shit ever.
I was not watching at this point. I'm kind of embarrassed that I watched this to begin with. I should have known better.
What?
But I couldn't help myself.
Oh, man.
I will say, though, the moment I saw that clip on social media, like, I didn't think Mike was going to win before, but I knew when I saw those cheeks he wasn't going to win.
Come on.
Lose your glutes, lose your game. He got an old man ass in that photo.
Are you worth 60?
If we're being honest, if we're being honest,
wow, how are you supposed to keep your glutes past like 40?
This is my point. This is why Andy said that. Lose your glutes, lose your game. You can't be out there with saggy glutes. He doesn't have the same.
He wasn't bouncing. He wasn't. He tried. Yeah. He was trying to bounce around. But
he could still whoop my ass, but to face like a legitimate person that trains in boxing is a whole nother thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I just think
that was some funny ass shit. Hopefully Netflix, though, back to the point, can figure out how
the streaming for Christmas
especially if
Day.
we're going to be watching all the Christmas games on Netflix. Because I was pretty pissed. It kept going in and out. It kicked me off about 4 or 5 times.
I am pissed at nothing Netflix did. I'm only mad at myself for actually spectating that and contributing that stuff like that happens. I don't know what I just love Mike Tyson so much I couldn't help but watch it. But I mean,
I just love watching Cleveland.
I knew
kids.
what I was going into before it even happened, and I still just could not help myself.
But you can't. Nobody can. It's the best shit ever.
I'm not gonna lie. The ass interview definitely, I think, said it. I don't think I was gonna watch it. Kylie and I were watching Great British Bake Off, and then I saw that ass interview, and I was like, Kai, I gotta watch
ass interview.
I gotta watch this old man who used to be the baddest person on the planet try and
go up against this fucking beast of a Cleveland kid.
This
baby.
West Side
just Cleveland kids living out their dreams, baby. That's what I'm here for. Shout out to the Paul brothers, baby.
Dude, holy cow. Shout out to Jake Paul for not knocking out Mike.
The Mike Tyson that we know, if he was in Jake Paul's position, he would have fucking KO'd that guy into a coma.
Well, that's why Jake Paul's not Mike Tyson.
He's got a heart.
Yeah. They wanted to talk about the interview with the kid that was asking, what do you think of your legacy, Mike? And Mike said,
I'm talking about the vicious
that's
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's a different level.
Yeah. That
If
Mike
one
Tyson
thing has not changed about Mike Tyson, it's his ability to answer interviewers in the most spectacular fashion.
You think I give a fuck about legacy?
We're all going to be dead. Who cares about legacy when you're dead? Who
Shout
cares
out
about
to
what people
the
think
young
about you?
girl reporting. God damn, she was really
She kept it
professional.
together.
She
was like,
kept that
wow.
thing. That's a very interesting. I've never thought of it like that.
They did not prepare me for this in my multimedia class in high school. I did not know that I was going to get ridiculous people to.
Yeah, well, welcome to Fight Night.
Okay, at some point, somebody's going to tell you that nothing you do in life matters because everybody's going to be dead, and you're going to have to act like it wasn't a ridiculous statement. Go.
Okay, I understand that. I get where you're coming from.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Mike Tyson, man. Fuck.
Dude, legend. All righty. That does it for Week 11 recap. Brought to you by Burger King.
All right, now let's move along to No Dumb Questions to close out the show with some No Dumb Questions, because there's no such thing as dumb questions. 92%ers, just two dumbasses trying to figure it out. No Dumb Questions is brought to you by Mint Mobile. How about it, man? All right, we're going to answer some not dumb questions from our Heights Hotline voicemails today. How about it, man? Heights Hotline is hot. It's a hot hotline. Next caller on the Heights Hotline, what do you got for us?
Hi, guys. My name's Ashley, and big fan of the podcast. But when we see like other 92%ers out in the wild, what are we supposed to do? You know, like for Eagles, we say like go Birds or Chiefs, you know, but what do we say when we see a fellow 92%er out in the wild? You know, should we be yelling anything at all?
I like this.
Should it be something, you know, profane? I'm not sure. Probably not.
Should it be something?
Anyway, would love to know. Bye.
Thank you, Ashley, for calling in on the Heights Hotline.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I don't think that's a dumb question at all. I think
this is an awesome question.
Yeah.
I have not pondered.
So, Jason, I don't know about you, but whenever I'm out and about, I do get random calls and shout outs from the 92%ers.
No doubt.
The real ones listening in every single week. I'll always get a good new news. Get that one. That's like a
banger.
That's a calling for all the 92%ers to unite right there. And then, was profound? Is that what she said? She wants one that's profound?
Profane is what she said. Asking if we should have a swear word in there, which, listen, I'm all for profanity, but if this is
yell out fornicating. I think that'll get everyone to be like, wait, what? I only know one guy that really talks about that on a weekly basis.
We're going to be in a public setting. We should probably limit the profanity. Just yell Jumanji instead of fornicating.
Jumanji! Somebody put Jumanji on.
You know, for some reason, what I thought of right away, so New Heights is obviously an ode to Cleveland Heights, where we grew up.
The Heights, baby.
What do Heights, no matter what, like class you're from?
Heights, hey! Heights, hey!
Like,
Heights, hey!
Like that's the international Heights High greeting.
Yeah.
What can we bring that to New Heights?
New Heights! New Heights!
Or should we just do Heights High?
I think New News is probably the best one.
Well, New News is definitely the one that everybody goes, but
New News always does it.
How about you guys send us some recommendations? How do you guys greet each other out in public when not just us? What do you guys say to each other? What are the first things that you bond over when you see somebody wearing some New Heights apparel or somebody you know that watches the show? That's a tough one to answer for us. And I don't know that we have the
credentials.
The power to make such an audacious decision for our fan base.
There we go. Why don't we get another one? You hit us with another one now.
Hey guys, hoping you can answer a question that's causing a bit of a disagreement between me and the wife.
Okay.
When is the earliest appropriate time to put up the Christmas tree? Am I being a complete Scrooge by saying we should wait at least until after Thanksgiving? Thank you and go Birds.
I think Thanksgiving has always been the date.
In the Kelce household, Thanksgiving was the day.
Yeah. I mean, preferably you put it up on Christmas Day. We never stay true to this tradition.
It up on Christmas?
Or Thanksgiving, sorry. Put it up on Thanksgiving Day. So I like the tradition. We have never done this in our house, but maybe we actually will get it done this year, where after Thanksgiving's over, you put the Christmas tree up. I like that tradition. I think that's a good one. Thanksgiving's really the start of Christmas season.
We would have the Christmas tree already up, though.
No, but you got the Christmas tree. You've bought it already, but it hasn't been put up, right? Maybe you buy it, the day
I'm pretty
before.
sure we put it up, like a few days before, and then the ornaments, and you dress the tree.
It.
That's an Egg Kelce question.
Thanksgiving is definitely, to me, the pinnacle day that you're really that's the start of Christmas season. I sit here advertising a Christmas album that is. I'm
also not trying to see Christmas lights in the beginning of November. I just don't.
I'm kind of with you.
Don't do that to me.
Don't ruin Thanksgiving. Let Thanksgiving be its own thing.
Let it be.
It's lead up.
It's beautiful
so good on its
day.
Own. You have Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then right after Thanksgiving, the moment that turkey goes down your gullet,
parents get to force their kids to eat stuff that they don't want, to teach them lessons in life, to be thankful. Let Thanksgiving be its own day.
Hey, Jason and Travis. This is Lisa from Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
Love you as people and love your show.
Rubber Bowl.
My relationship question for you.
They want to hear from the ladies, man.
Who don't love to do chores, and I told them when they're older, they're going to have to be doing them around the house anyways. So I wondered,
very old-fashioned.
What chores did you do growing up around the house, and do you do them now as an adult?
Oh man, I don't. Yeah, thank you
you got to understand, you got to understand, yes, I did do chores. So I started off as a child having to do chores. I feel like that's very good, important lessons that I learned from mom and dad. We've both expressed the stuff that our father used to have us do in spreading mulch outside, cutting the grass with just a blade lawnmower, engineless lawnmower, raking leaves. That was all the outside stuff that dad didn't want us to do. Yeah, vacuuming.
We never really did the trash.
No, because Big Ed, he was always up early. He was the first one up. He was always the one taking trash out.
And mom did do our laundry too, which shout out to mom. But
shout out to mom.
I wish mom kind of made us do our laundry because I'm awful at doing laundry.
It's not that hard, Jason.
I know. I just suck.
It really isn't that hard at all.
I'm not good at it.
Every now and then I'll get into it, but I say that I did it at a younger age because now I just I'm so busy, and I like naps. There's so many services that just do things better than me. They fold better.
Yeah.
Put shit away better. It's just everything's just way more organized when I'm not doing that. Not that I can't do it, because mom taught us very valuable lessons in being able to do this on our own if we needed. And there's times where, you'll just wait to count.
The one thing Kylie makes me do is trash. Like, that is firmly my job.
Nice.
And I suck at it. I miss it all the time because we're traveling right now. But I try to really stay on top of the trash, taking the trash down and embracing that. Not that I am trying to do the dishes all the time, but I've done them occasionally. Kylie hates when I do the dishes.
Why?
She just has OCD about getting all the food off the plate before you put it in the dishwasher. And the dishwasher instructions clearly state to not do that, to put it in the dishwasher. It gets cleaner without doing that. So
really, it gets cleaner without doing that?
I'm just saying what the instructions say. I'm an instruction follower.
Yeah, that's how they sell you. That's how they get you.
That's what it says. It says somehow using soap and scrubbing it off first and then putting it in there for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what they say. Oh, Kylie's getting mad at me right now. She's got OCD about cleaning stuff that I can't really.
Stop fucking exposing me, you dick.
All right, well, keep your hands off the dishes, Jason.
Fine, I won't do the dishes.
You should do your chores if your parents tell you to do your chores. And for all of you that don't live with your parents now and have a fucking messy house, figure it out.
Look at my new boots.
Oh, beautiful boots. Oh, beautiful gloves. Oh, look at your hat. Sorry about that. I was showing a pair of new boots, new gloves, and new hats. Trevor, you frozen?
No. That does it for No Dumb Questions, brought to you by Mint Mobile. Keep calling in on that Heights hotline, ladies and gentlemen. We love listening to all your guys' questions, whether they're dumb, intelligent, or just weird. Thank you guys for calling in.
That wraps up another episode of New Heights, everyone. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. Reminder, you can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights is a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by NFL's Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV.
Yeah, buddy.
Right now, you can get the Thanksgiving sale price of just $89 for the rest of the season at youtube.com/NH. Get it now, right now. Offer ends December 2nd. Terms and embargoes apply. No cancellations, device, and content restrictions apply as well. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. 92%ers. And thank you to our production and crew for always making us look better than what we really are. See you guys next week. What does your digestive system do with 5 pounds of mayonnaise?
This is how they do it. Serving size 1 tablespoon. Do you know how many tablespoons of mayonnaise that woman just ate?
I don't know what you're even trying to find.
Servings and then servings per container. A tablespoon of mayonnaise is 90 calories.
So you're just trying to figure out.
That's a tablespoon. That woman,
10 grams of fat in one tablespoon?
That's what I'm saying.
This woman just had what?
That's what I'm trying to say.
There's no way you can digest that much fat.
So she had 2,052 grams of fat in one jar. 252 servings times 10 grams is 2,520 grams of fat per jar. She ate 5 of them. That woman had 12,600 grams of fat in 3 minutes.
I'm good with aioli.
It's the exact same thing. I don't know how you can't get over this.
No, it's a different taste.
What is mayonnaise? Can we Google that real
God
quick?
damn
What's
it,
mayonnaise?
no.
Do you think they got any mayonnaise in Moana too?